Hey guys, today what we're going to work on is the two-step drill. To avoid confusion though, if you're a left-handed pitcher, your drive foot is your left foot, and if you're a right-handed pitcher, your drive foot is your right foot. Just so you guys know, it does require that we perform some illegal pitching moves. If you can't see past this and you refuse to do those illegal moves, the lifting of the foot, honestly, I just recommend that you don't perform this drill at all. It's not going to help you. What is immediate weight transfer? Well, immediate weight transfer is just like walking. When we walk, we don't shuffle. We don't have weight on both of our feet at all times. When we walk, it's an immediate transfer of weight from one foot to the other. I have 100% weight here, 0% here. 100, 0. 100, 0. Okay? Well, momentum is just a product of the body's mass and its linear velocity. So we want to take our body, the mass of our body, and we want to send it forward off the plate. That momentum is taught through what's called a negative move. A negative move is, in this light, just the opposite of our intended move, which is forward. So a negative move would be transfer of weight rearward, or backwards. Well, the lean is a good thing in pitching. I love it, and we definitely need to do it. But no, it's really not enough. We're going to work on establishing the lean early, but we're also going to work on actually creating more space to travel through for building more momentum. I'm going to bring my daughter up, and we're going to show how, I'm going to actually show you guys how I would instruct it to a student so that you have an easier time instructing to your students or maybe to your daughter. We're both going to go ahead and take a starting position on the mound in a staggered start. So go ahead and do that, Carl. As you can see, she's got one foot. The drive foot is forward of the stride foot. As you can also see, her stride foot is up on what we call point. Okay? Point is having your foot up here like this. This is a great visual tool to utilize because when we see that as a coach or as a bucket dad, I can tell that my daughter has no weight on that foot, which is the goal. 100% weight on this to start. Okay, we're comfortable. As you can see, I'm going to turn here so you can see my leg is in a straight line. Her upper body and her lower legs are all in one straight line. She's comfortably resting her weight on her drive leg. Okay, so we start there, we go to do our presentation. From here, it's as simple as lifting the back foot and stepping the rearward. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and do that again. This time when we do it, pay special attention to my drive foot and what happens when I step rearward. We bring our hands up to presentation, we step rearward. What happened? Well, when I step back, I did not push my foot back. The motion of transferring my weight rearward made my foot slide. From this front view, this is what it would look like. It made my foot center and slide back. That ensures, again, another visual tool as you're watching your kid or your student perform this, is to see that that foot is transferring, sliding backwards. If it's not, they're not transferring enough weight backwards. Okay? And what is the goal? We want to start with all weight on our drive foot, and after we take our step back, 100% of our weight is on our stride foot. As you can see, her front foot should be, and it's getting there now, up on point. So we'll start again. Present, back, unweighted. Okay? Again. Present, back, unweighted. That's it. That's the first step. Pretty simple, not rocket science. Okay, so after learning the basic simple back step, the next thing that we're going to have, what we do, is I'm going to have her incorporate her lean into the pitch. Again, we talked about this earlier. Getting the lean established is important. It's actually really handy to get it established during the back step. So to show her what I mean, I'm going to take the plate, position on the plate, with some distance between my front feet. Okay, I'm going to come up in the presentation, and as I step back, I'm going to start my lean with my head. Okay, and a slight bend in my waist. Don't watch it pulling off on Amanda here where you're actually bent over looking at your feet. What I actually want you to do is just get a lean started. Okay? Present, lift, and step, get our lean started. Okay? Again, make sure that there is 0 weight on the drive leg after you step back. That is absolutely critical. now what we have to do is add the timing piece into this. The timing piece would be adding our backswing. So to add our backswing to this, it's quite simple. Once we've completed the rearward move, the slide across and back, and get our lean started, at that point we can start our backswing. Present, lift, slide, backswing happens. Okay? Here we go. Let's do it again. Okay? Here, lift, slide, go. Good. Once you feel like you're reaching the top of your backswing, that is your cue to drive your foot forcefully into the ground and propel yourself outward. Okay? So, we start with all the way down our drive foot, come up in the presentation, we lift our back foot, as we step back into a lean, into a backswing, we drive. Okay? Here we go, let's try it all as one integrated, smooth movement. What I would like you guys to do, though, is to develop a rhythm. And what I'll do with many kids is I will have them do what I call a tap-tap. So we take the name from calling it a two-step to the tap-tap drill. I don't want a bang-bang. I don't want my daughter going, okay, slamming her feet or doing this. That doesn't transfer energy. It doesn't do anything but rattle her upstairs. What we really want to do is we just want to have a tap. And if you listen carefully, tap, 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 tap. That's the rhythm that we want to establish. And that's what I want to tell Chloe to do right now. Is I'm going to say, Chloe, I'm going to give you a rhythm, a nice slow rhythm, and I want you to make your 2 steps on this rhythm. Okay? So here we go. Together. Okay? So let's see if we can do this with a tap-tap feel. Focus on the sounds that your feet make as you do this. Go ahead. Tap, tap. Good. Try it again. More rhythm, more speed. Tap, tap. Good. Try it again. Come back here just a little bit. Good. Tap, tap. Good. Come over here a little bit. Go ahead, right from there. Perfect. Now, go ahead and really focus on building your speed. Ready? Go. Tap, tap. Good. Don't rob yourself of your back motion. Okay? Make sure you transfer weight all the way back. Go. Tap, tap. Yes, that's better. That's the 2-step, guys. It's pretty simple. Now, once she's done that once she's completed this, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn our focus on to actually getting her stride knee out as fast as possible. This is absolutely critical. And the shin angle is really important. Most kids screw this up. When they stride, you start to see a pivot. They lead the stride with their foot as opposed to leading the stride with their knee. Okay, again, go ahead and fall forward on me. Establish a positive shin angle where the shin is almost the same as her rear leg. Okay? That's the goal that we're looking for. She's leading this motion right now with her knee. She's not leading it with her foot. So, as we go into this next motion, what we're going to do is get her to shoot that knee out. Not shoot the foot out, because by shooting the foot out, what we do is we introduce a lot of sway. Okay? And the more motion that we create up top, the harder it is to control our pitch. So, let's do the 2-step with a single emphasis on shooting our knee out as fast as we can. We can turn our visual or audible cue that was tap, tap into more of a tap, shoot. Okay? So let's give that a shot. Beautiful. That's a good one. Okay? You'll notice that as Chloe does this, and this is one thing that we didn't comment on before, but go ahead and do the 2-step, and go ahead and pause really after you take the step, okay? So, back, step. Take a look at Chloe's ankle. She didn't let it collapse, right? And this is a very important thing. I see a lot of kids do this. Watch out, listen for a second. They'll come back, and then they'll push from a flat foot. This is not a powerful position. I've never seen anyone win a race running flat footed. Okay, ducks do it all the time, but for humans, I'd advise pushing from the balls of your feet. All right, so what we do here is we come back, and we dig with our ankle off the ground. Don't let it collapse. Dig so you can shoot out, okay? Do not allow her to skip the back momentum. Most kids who do this, over time, they get sort of lazy and undisciplined, and what you'll see is they start to eliminate more back motion. Remember, the two things that we look for, immediate transfer of weight between the left and right, this drive and the stride feet, and the establishment of rearward momentum so that we have more distance to travel through. Having too much space, okay, we want to actually have some space so we have a stagger start, but having too much creates more distance for our knee to actually work through. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to get them after a while, we don't want them to have them taking a rearward step. For the beginning, that's fine, it's encouraged, it teaches them momentum, it teaches them to perform a ballistic motion off the rubber. So for the beginning, fine, let them take a step back. But as you get better with this, make that step more of a set down of the foot, more of a set down, okay? Not a rear step, more of a set down. You know, as far as the forward step, that's the important one too. If we have too much here, this is not going to be too powerful, okay? Power comes in a little closer to our body, so rearward step here with a slide and dig here. It's a digging motion, downward dig in as opposed to a step out, okay? Dig with that foot, don't let the heel collapse, that's a big thing to see. Once you push from a flat foot, you'll have no energy out. They do not stride with their foot out, it is not a sweeping motion. Sweeping motion creates a lot of upper torso motion, and that becomes a very difficult motion to control through our pitch. The reason we do this, guys, and it's important that you understand this, is the reason we shoot the knee out is that in doing so, it opens the pelvis. And the quicker we get our knee out, we want full extension or opening of the pelvis, really, by the time the arm is at 3 o'clock. That allows for the shoulders to catch up and open wonderfully over the top without any type of strain or stress on the shoulder. The point of the drill is to teach them how to transfer energy backward to forward, to create momentum, and how to do so quickly with an immediate transfer of weights, okay? That happens by lifting the foot and setting it down, not by a slow, gradual weight transfer in a rocker motion. Okay? This is not effective, this is not powerful, this is not ballistic, this is just a grandma rocking in a rocking chair. Lower body, I guarantee you, if you perform this the right way, and you work diligently and you push your kid to develop more momentum, more tempo, and more aggression off the plate, utilizing this drill will greatly improve your mechanics. Last thing I want to really stress on this is that every pitch that you perform here on field should always have the two-step motion. I've shown this drill to a few people and through the internet, which is very difficult, by the way. And in doing so, you know, they'll send me a video of their daughter pitching and saying, "Hey, look at her now." And although she looks decent, she's not utilizing the motion. There's no transfer. She's just sitting there and she's like, "Ooh, here we go, boom," you know, and she's pitching. What we really want to do is make sure that once you learn this, you put it into your pitch. It is not just a drill, it's a way of powerfully pitching.